Hi there, my name's Matthew and I'm a member of the COVID-19 support team at Bradford Council, and today we're being joined by Tracey Gaston, the Senior Head of Medicines Optimisation at NHS Bradford District and Craven CCG. We're going to be covering those topics that you've brought up as providers for your staff who are a little bit hesitant in getting their vaccine. Hopefully the outcome of this will be that you'll have a tool that you can show them that might just offer some advice or help convince them into getting a vaccine if they've got any concern. So without further ado, we'll move on to the questions and we'll start with people feeling whether or not it's necessary. So the first question is, do you feel that the vaccine and getting the vaccine is necessary? Some people seem to think that they'll just be fine.
Why is it a good idea to be vaccinated? Well, unfortunately, COVID affects everyone. Although it appears to have adversely affected the elderly more severely, everyone can get it. And unfortunately, we don't really know why that is, why some people are more affected by it than others. It may be a very mild disease or it may be a much more severe one. So it's really wonderful if everyone could be vaccinated.
Next up, we have people who have a low level of trust in the vaccine and they're quite keen to hear about why they should put the faith in it. I think this question stems from how quickly it's come out. A lot of people feel like it's been quite a brisk process to get the vaccine rolled out to the public. So they'd like to know why they can put faith in it.
Many people are very concerned about how quickly the vaccine's been developed. This is mainly due to the fact that there's been such a large amount of money put into the development of the vaccination because so many people were affected. Most drugs are developed over a number of years, but a lot of the issues relate to the fact that the drugs don't have anybody to be able to be tested on because the diseases are not that prevalent. COVID has been extremely prevalent, so there was a lot of people to provide the tests and the trials on. And it was also developed relatively quickly because only part of the process of drug manufacture is actually developing the drug. In most cases, actually the logistics and being able to deliver a drug in a ready-to-give form or in an easily-to-take form is most of or part of the manufacturing process. The drugs that we've got for COVID have been developed in such a way that they are not in an easy-to-give form. So if you've seen any of the doctors or nurses or pharmacists come to vaccinate your residents, you'll have seen that they have to pull it out of a multi-dose vial. That's the AZ vaccine. The Pfizer vaccine requires even more manipulation. So this is something that normally would not have been taken up on by the health service. So the speed of manufacture is not just about the drug development, it's about actually creating a ready-to-use form. With this drug is clearly not, and therefore it requires quite a lot of careful handling by professionals.
And then of course there's convenience. So we're getting people who can't fit an appointment into their day-to-day routine and they feel like it's an inconvenience to go and get the vaccine itself, and even the fact that they need to get 2 doses of it is an inconvenience.
I've just been discussing about how the vaccine's been developed so quickly and why it's not in a ready-to-give form. So that's one of the reasons why we sometimes may need to travel to a central site to get the vaccination. The reason for 2 doses is the first dose sort of preps the body to provide that response, and it will offer a certain amount of immunity. However, the second dose makes that much better, and therefore you actually get a much bigger response and a much more efficacy from the actual vaccine.
And a big one is concerns over the safety of the vaccine. So people are worrying about what side effects could be caused by having a vaccine. They would like to know what the general sort of safety of it is, as well as the ingredients that are inside of it. A lot of people seem to be a little bit, frightened with that regard.
Well, it's been widely tested. The clinical trials have had approximately twice as many people as you would normally expect in any drug trials, due to the sheer number of people that were available to actually use within the trials. Most of those trials show that it's very effective and it's very safe. They do, however, show that it does have some side effects. Most of those are relatively mild and mimic the disease, but in a much more low-key way, and therefore you might feel unwell for sort of 24 hours with a temperature, feeling a bit tired, a sore arm. But paracetamol and ibuprofen